Hi and welcome back to Sports Buzz TV. We're here to talk about the UEFA Euro 2020. The UEFA Euro 2020 was supposed to happen last year, but unfortunately, it's been postponed to this year in 2021 because of the rise in COVID cases last year across the European continent. There was a drastic rise in the number of cases. That's why UEFA has taken the initiative of postponing the tournament to this year. So the UEFA Euro 2020 is the 16th edition of the European tournament, where it's a tournament where the European countries fight for European supremacy, and this is the 16th edition of the tournament. The first edition was held way back in 1960 in France, where it was held in France. Yeah, so that was the first tournament back then. Talking about the previous edition, the last edition was in 2016, which was held in France again, and there Portugal emerged victorious after beating host France in the final with a nervy 1-0 victory. So Portugal are the defending champions. We'll have to see how they go about this year, whether they can defend the title or not. Talking about the most successful teams in this competition, it is Spain and Germany, who have won 3 titles each. So these two are the most successful sides, having won 3 titles each in this European competition. Coming to the host of this year's tournament, it's slightly different from the previous tournaments that have happened. Where in the previous tournaments there would be only one country that would host the entire tournament, or at the most two countries. For example, if you see the 2012 Euro, it was Poland and Ukraine that hosted. But this year, UEFA has taken the initiative of having it across entire Europe. So there are going to be 11 cities that will be as hosts across 11 countries in Europe. So 11 host cities in 11 countries. So coming to the groups of this tournament, there are 6 groups in total, having 4 countries each. So six groups having 4 countries, which means a total of 24 countries will be playing in this tournament. So coming to Group A consists of Italy, Switzerland, Wales and Turkey. Group B comprises of Belgium, Denmark, Finland and Russia. Group C consists of Netherlands, Austria, Northern Macedonia and Ukraine. And Group D consists of Croatia, Czech Republic, England and Scotland. Group E has Slovakia, Poland, Spain and Sweden in it. And Group F consists of France, Germany, Hungary and Portugal. So these are the 6 groups that have been drawn. So it's going to be very interesting to see which teams qualify to the round of 16. So since the 16 teams have to qualify, the top 2 from each group will qualify automatically. Okay, there's direct qualification for the teams that finish in the top 2 places from every group. And out of the third place group, out of the 6 teams that finish at number 3 in every group, the best 4 will be selected based on goal difference and the matches they have played, how many they have won, how many points they have claimed. So based on that, best 4 third place teams out of 6 will be selected. Now I'll come to my predictions of the group. Talking about Group A, looks very interesting, but going by the teams, I'll say that Italy will finish at the top, followed by Switzerland at number 2, and I'll put Wales at number 3 and Turkey at number 4. Turkey have been looking very good lately, but unfortunately I have to put them at number 4. Italy, Switzerland and Wales will finish at the top 3 places. Talking about Group B, coming to Group B, Belgium are very firm favourites to finish at the top of the group. So therefore, I put Belgium in the first place, I'll put Denmark in the second place, I'll put Russia in third place, and I'm putting Finland at number 4. Russia may cause good threats. They were so good and exceptional in the 2018 World Cup, but Belgium have looked extraordinary after the 2018 World Cup. They are the number 1 team right now in the world. Their team looks extremely good and dangerous. So yeah, Belgium will finish first, Denmark second, Russia third and Finland fourth in Group B. Coming to Group C. Group C looks pretty easy for the Netherlands. Not that much to talk about. So I feel the Netherlands will easily finish at the top, although they may have good competition from Austria and Ukraine. So yeah, Netherlands will finish at number 1, Austria at number 2, Ukraine at number 3, and North Macedonia will unfortunately drop out at number 4. Coming to Group D, I say that England have looked very good. They have a very good squad, lots of options. So England look very good this year. So looking at the previous tournaments, the UEFA Nations League and the qualifiers for the World Cup, they look very strong. So I put England at number one. I'll put Czech Republic. I'll put Croatia at number two. Sorry, and Czech Republic at number three, and Scotland will have to make their way out at number four. Coming to Group E. Group E also looks very interesting. So it's Spain. I'll say that finish at number one. Poland at number two. Sweden at number three, and Slovakia will have to move out at number four. That is my prediction for Group E. And coming to the last group, Group F, which is the toughest group, it's a group of death. Three strong teams, three big names, that is France, Portugal, and Germany. How will they finish? Unfortunately, I say that it's very tough to choose between France and Portugal. Anyway, I will put France on top. I'll put Portugal at number two. And this may sound very surprising, I'm putting Germany at number three. But yes, honestly speaking, Germany haven't looked that great lately. Even though they have a good squad, the performance has not been up to the level of expectation. So yeah, Germany at number three, and at four, Hungary will finish at number four. So those were my predictions for the six groups. Coming to the third place, right? So unfortunately, I think that Ukraine and Czech Republic will not qualify from the third place. The four teams that will qualify from the third place are Wales, Russia, Sweden, and Germany. These are the four teams that are going to qualify. Wales, Russia, Sweden, and Germany. It's going to be very tight, but I feel these four are going to make it. Coming to the round of 16, I won't be talking about the round of 16 now, predictions, it's a long way to go. I'll probably make another video on the round of 16 later as the tournament progresses. But I'll speak about my top 5 contenders, who I feel are the favorites to win this tournament. My top 5 contenders. And to surprise you, you may not see these three big names. I'm omitting these three big names. You may be surprised. And they are Italy, Germany, and the Netherlands. They're not in my top 5 favorite list. They have been looking good recently, but their performance has not been up to the mark. Italy have improved. If you look at Italy and Netherlands, those are the two countries that did not make it to the 2018 World Cup. So, Italy and Netherlands, I don't feel, even though they've improved, I don't feel that they can go on very deep into the tournament. They will want to at least till the quarterfinals, but not more than that. Same for Germany as well. So here are my top 5 contenders that I have chosen. And at number 5, I have Spain. Spain, I want them to win. They are my favorites, so I want Spain to win. But unfortunately, Spain, I put them at number 5. Looking at the young squad they've chosen. Big names missing. No Real Madrid players. Maybe because they're still in the European Super League. So big names. The captain Sergio Ramos, Isco, Marco Asensio, Nacho Fernandez, Dani Carvajal. All the Real Madrid players are missing. All the senior players, they all are missing, not there in the squad. Also, big names like Saul Niguez and Ansu Fati have not been chosen, and even Diego Costa. Rodrigo Morin, also very wonderful striker who had a wonderful season with Leeds United, has been missing. So there are a few big names who are missing, whereas the squad that is being selected by the manager Luis Enrique, it is a good squad. But we'll have to see how they go, because Spain is such a team that when they have the mind of playing well, they really can batter any team. So we'll have to see how Spain go about it. So coming to number 4, my number 4 contender is England. England have been managed by the manager Gareth Southgate, and they've looked very good and in good form recently. In the qualifiers, they've wonderfully performed. And they also have big talents like Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, Mason Mount, Declan Rice, many good names. So yeah, England look very good. They had a slight headache, I would say. Gareth Southgate would definitely had a headache selecting the squad for England, but they have somehow picked up a wonderful squad, and they are at number 4 for me. Talking about number 3 and number 2, that's really difficult for me to select between France and Portugal. It was very difficult, but at number 3, I will put Portugal. Portugal, who have been led by manager Fernando Santos for many years, have looked very good under him. And not to forget, they are the defending champions. They will want to defend their title. Portugal are one of the favorites. Very good squad, very deep squad. They have good depth. Many talents, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Renato Sanchez, Bernardo Silva, They're wonderful talents. Ruben Neves, I feel Ruben Neves is not being picked up. That's a very shocking factor. So, but Portugal have plenty of options and they have a very good squad. I put them at number three. Number two, I put France. France look very good, a very good squad. The 2018 World Cup champions, plenty of options. They have players who are very versatile, they play in different areas, and for every position of theirs, they have two quality players at least. So substitution is going to be very easy for France. I feel they have plenty of options in mind. They have the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, Nabil Fekir, and also not to forget Karim Benzema has been called back to the French squad after 6 years. The last time when he played was in the 2014 World Cup. So yeah, looking at France, wonderful options. They have N'Golo Kante and many other players. So France, I put them at number two. And number one, this would be a surprise, but according to me, I really feel that they look very dangerous, and that is Belgium. Number one, I put Belgium, a very deadly squad, present squad, led by Renato Sanchez. So a really good manager he's been. Roberto Moreno has been a really good manager for them for the past many years. So under Roberto Martinez, they've been looking really good, and they have the likes of Romelu Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, Thorgan Hazard, and Eden Hazard, Axel Witsel, Yuri Tielemans, a very good looking squad. So Belgium look very strong, and I feel that ever since they came up to the top of the world rankings, they've been looking very good. If you look at their scores and the qualifiers, they've been winning around 5-6-0, 7-0, 8-0. So yeah, Belgium look extremely good, a very attack-minded team. So these are my top five contenders for the UEFA Euro. Talking about the timings about the UEFA Euro, this is going to be held in the Central European time, according to the European continent. So the times are in Central European time, CET, Central European time. If you have to convert it to Indian Standard Time is 3.5 hours early ahead of Central European time. So we are 3.5 hours ahead of Central European time. So the matches for us are going to be held at it will be at 6:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. and 12:30 am. Do not forget the timings. You can watch, you can enjoy the matches. And these are my predictions for the UEFA Euro. I'll make another video when it comes to the round of 16. And these are my top 5 contenders as I have mentioned. Please let me know what are your predictions and who are your contenders to win the UEFA Euro down in the comment section below. Please feel free to tell me, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Thank you for your time on Sports Buzz TV.